Hey guys, what's up? This is Mike Murtis from Gamer Logic, and if the audio sounds weird, well, that's because I'm using a Xbox One Kinect to record my audio, and I'm using Xbox One Upload Studio. This is something I've been wanting to play with ever since I got the system, and I finally have a little bit of a chance to do it now that we're kind of on a Thanksgiving weekend. So I've taken some game clips of a couple of games, and what I wanted to do was, well, play the game clips and do a little commentary on them and talk about what games I've been playing on the Xbox One thus far and give my opinions on what I think over it on the PS4, which is also a console I own as well. So let's jump right into the game footage and let's see how this Upload Studio works.
So this is Rise, Son of Rome, which is actually pretty fun despite the negative reviews that this game has received. Now, I was actually able to get a press copy of this, and I'm actually kind of sad that I didn't pick this up because I am having a lot of fun with this. I would say that this is probably this system's Heavenly Sword. If you were a fan of PlayStation 3's Heavenly Sword, then you would probably enjoy this. Graphically, it just looks really amazing. And the story isn't too bad. Now, some of the complaints that the other reviewers were talking about this game was that it was just so short. And I could definitely tell from the upgrade system that there probably isn't too much to it in terms of content. But from what I've played so far, I am enjoying it. I did play the multiplayer, which is pretty much more of the same of what you're seeing here. But that was fun as well. It's just a shame that you can't do a deathmatch versus other live players. It's more of a co-op thing, but I did have fun with it, and hearing the crowd and doing all the different combos does get pretty exciting. So overall, if you've been holding off on picking up this game because of the negative reviews, I would maybe think again on that. At the very least, rent it and see what you think. It is not as bad as people are making it out to be. That is for sure.
Status of the defenses, soldier.
Yes, sir. Most of the 18th Legion is still combat effective. We have 3 auxiliary units at your command, Scorpios, Archers, and a catapult nest.
Now, real quick, this is Battlefield 4 on the system. And I have this on the PC, and I gotta say the downgrade in graphics is pretty obvious. It's a very blurry looking game, very disappointing in that aspect. If you're a fan of the Battlefield games, you will enjoy it. And jumping really quick here into another game, this is Dead Rising 3, which I was a huge fan of the original Dead Rising. Thought Dead Rising 2 was okay, and I think 3 is probably going to overtake the second game in terms of my favorites here. This isn't too bad. It's definitely a lot more open world than any of the other Dead Rising games. As you can see here, I am driving around in a vehicle and just trampling over hundreds and hundreds of zombies. And if there's one thing I can say about this system is the fact that it does look great on certain games, and Dead Rising 3 being one of them, at least in terms of how many characters it can have on screen without any kind of noticeable slowdown. This game definitely does it. And actually what I'm doing here is kind of an in-game challenge where you're supposed to hit so many zombies in order to achieve PP points. And really quick, we're going to go back to Rise here. And the reason is kind of jumping back and forth because I didn't record as many clips as I wanted to. I really just wanted to see the full capabilities of this Upload Studio and how things sounded here. But yeah, this is Rise, like I talked about it before. And you know how I mentioned that this is kind of the Heavenly Sword for this system? Well, that is definitely the case. I mean, this scene right here reminds me of the catapult scene that was very early in the beginning of Heavenly Sword, but I thought it was enjoyable, so far so good on that. Now, really quick before I go, I have to say if I have one issue with Upload Studio, it's if I say the name of this system, and when I do that, Kinect comes up and screws up the whole recording, so not really smart there. Wish I could also do microphone recording, but that's all for now.